So in case you didn't get the message, please don't go crying to your mama. That was Paramore with Ain't It Fun, only on The Hardest Thing on Campus Radio Heatwave. And today you are very lucky because you're tuned in to, first of all, you're tuned in to me, Aiden. Surprise, I'm in the Conti again, although you didn't get enough of me last sem. But on another note, we have a very, very, very special guest in the studio today. You may know her from local superstar quartet, the Sam Willows, but she has also participated in numerous local and international festivals and events, including Ultra Singapore and Summer Sonic in Japan. She has also worked with internationally renowned producers and songwriters, and now the 26-year-old Singaporean songstress hops back into the spotlight with her latest EP, Part 2. And here in the studio today, we have Narelle King.
Mic on?
Now it's on.
Good job. Really good job.
It was real smooth. Don't worry about it.
I enjoyed it. Thanks for the introduction. Hi.
Was it a good introduction? Was it accurate?
It was quite accurate, yes.
Is there anything you want to add?
Sounds very, very like you got sent that in an official email.
You see, but I didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wrote that.
Oh my god.
I like the part where I call you a Singaporean songstress.
I like that.
I think you could put that as your Instagram. Like,
yeah, I should, right? Change my handle.
Yeah. Do it one day.
Songstress.
Wow. Thank you very much. Anyway, for now, we're going to hop straight into the interview. Then we're going to give you a short break. Because what you told me just now is that you're not feeling well.
Hi, but I never really. No, just kidding. No, I'm good, man. Sorry, I'm just taking my time to wake up because I didn't have to wake up at 6 a.m. So.
Oh, that was harsh. Yeah. Context is that I woke up at 6 a.m. So. Yeah, it's pretty sad. But we're gonna hop into the questions for now. So first up, you dropped your EP Part 2 last Thursday. Congrats on that, by the way. I just listened to it in class, which I shouldn't have done, but I'm just such a big fan, you know.
Best place to listen to music.
Yes, yeah. Can you share more about the EP?
Okay, so Part 2 is a continuation of the last part, which ended up only having one song because I got lazy. But no, so Part 2 is, yeah, it's kind of a little bit of an emo EP, but kind of my favorite type of genre of music to listen to. I was hearing it over the radio just now. I was like, it sounds weird, kind of coming over speakers, you know what I mean? Like, kind of expected it to be like Alone on the Bus or some type of thing. Yeah. But honestly, yeah, Part 2 is... I realized when I was like writing my music that they all kind of were bringing me through this cycle of like a lot of different emotions. So what I tried to do at that point in time was to capture each emotion that I felt like in a song, more for my own like documentation, almost like a journal, but then also, never mind, I'll let y'all listen.
sharing is caring.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, you said something about listening to it alone on the bus. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm going to do later.
Okay, thank you.
Because I just lost my wallet. I can't take the train. So.
Oh, but then how you take the bus?
I don't know. We'll figure that out when we come to it. All right?
Good mentality.
So what was the writing process of Part 2?
So Tears and Blue was actually written like over almost a year ago now. And that was really strange. It was kind of like a lot of vomiting of emotion. Like I remember when I wrote Blue, I was just entering this new session with like a bunch of people I didn't know, and I was super nervous. And before that, I was like fighting with my then boyfriend like crazy. So I walked into the session, and the first thing I did was like just started bawling, and I was like crying, and I was so embarrassed. I was like, hey, wait, hold on, like let me just compose myself. Then when I came back, they were like all a bit sensitive, right? Like nobody knows what to do, so they're like, okay lah, let's just try and play the song. So they played like the guitar loop, and then I think we were kind of going to move on from it, but then I was like, dude, sorry, can you just give me 20 minutes? So I wait another 20 minutes. It's like an hour into this when the session should have started, and I just like hopped into the corner of the room and started writing Blue like on my phone, and then we kind of built on it from there. Yeah, and Let Me Be was like a random thing that I was like in China for some work trip, and then in the afternoon we just decided to hang out at home in a little like loft area, and then just started writing, and then it literally was like the first melody and the first lyrics that popped into my head, and I was like, screw, never mind.
That's fine. Okay, it's fine, right?
Like a screwdriver.
Of course.
Yeah, it's fine. And let's just go with it, run with it.
Home decor. Yeah, you're very into home decor.
Yeah, DIY.
All right, our last question before we go on a short break is, you shared in the post that you've tried many times to write out your Blue, but you never managed to complete it. So what pushed you to finally write out your Blue and complete and write this EP?
Honestly, I was kind of like, enough is enough, you know. And I was so before we even started doing Part 1, I was like, if all I want this year is to just be able to put out music. I don't care, and I just didn't think of anything else but try and do that only. So
Yeah, I listened to the EP, but I gotta say it's really good.
Thank you.
And one of the songs on the EP is Tears.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a short break, let you listen to this beautiful song. And
Sorry,
then we'll
so
get back in
emo.
a second. It's okay, we're all emo here.
Okay.
And that was Panic at the Disco with Ready to Go. Only on the hottest thing on campus, you're listening to Radio Heatwave with me, Aiden. And once again, we have a very special guest in the studio.
Is it on?
Narelle. Yes,
Okay.
yes. It's on this time. It's on this time. I got you.
Thanks, fam.
All right. So how was the past 5 minutes?
It was great. I went
do
to the
you have a
toilet
good
and
breather?
relieved myself
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, great.
It's nice. Very
It's like
necessary.
ASMR. This is ASMR. It's an interview. You. Try.
What's up?
Okay, that was a bit too quiet. But anyway, so we're gonna head back to the interview right now.
Mhm.
So you've been open about your struggles with mental health. So what advice do you have for those who are struggling or spiraling, or any advice that you can give whatsoever?
Whoa, big question for a Monday morning.
It's time for you to wake up.
Yeah, thanks. Kick me right in. But I think it differs from person to person. But the first thing that you have to do is recognize that it's, well, at least what I did maybe, is recognize that it is a part of you, but it's not you entirely. I used to think that, there was a depressed version of me, and then there's like a little happy one inside that is a liar, and then the depressed one is like who I really was. And it was more about rebalancing that, to tell myself like, okay, that happy version inside me, that's actually me, and this depressed thing is just more of a temporary condition, maybe. Yeah. And then after that, take ownership of it. And I mean, it's really, honestly, as much as it's not the nicest thing to say, it is kind of your problem. Like, even if you take medication or self-medicate, like, it's not really solving the root of the problem, and it's kind of just a thing that you have to wake up to and battle every day. Then just do it, and find things to be happy about, find things to be proud of yourself about.
Yeah, I understand. Like for me, it was more like a realization thing. Say, like you said,
Yeah.
it's more of a, as much as it is bad to admit, it is a
Yeah.
personal thing. You have to realize it, and then people will help you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, I think more of the idea of like, it's quite religious, right? It's like if you don't help yourself, nobody's going to help you.
Yeah.
And it's not like something that you can do alone, but at the same time, the impetus must come from yourself. You have to be willing to say, okay, I am going to battle this, rather than like be like, somebody come save me, even though it's okay to ask for help. It's a thin line.
Yeah. You can't do it by yourself, but it will take some self to do it.
Yes.
Oh, wow, should get that tattooed. That's not bad, yeah. So in writing your music and making music in general, do you think that has helped you connect with your fans, like on a more emotional level?
Yeah, 100%. I think like for me, I'm more of like a one-on-one type person. So like big crowds kind of scare me. And for a long time, I was kind of feeling a lot of dissonance towards people online. But I think it's because I also hadn't been fully vulnerable, or like at least open or myself with them. And I guess because mental health is such a huge part of my life, hiding that fact was what was creating a lot of dissonance between me. I really started to dissociate quite a little bit. But I feel like when I meet someone that can talk about this with me, like in a very accepting and open and safe space, like you don't even have to say much, but some people that you meet, you say, I feel sad, and you're like, yeah, I get it, and you're like, I know you get it. I know, I feel that, and that kind of connection is always cathartic, and it makes me feel like, okay, these are the things that make me feel alive in life. And after I slowly started to open up, I started to realize that I found that kind of great connection with the fans, and it made me feel like I found my purpose and cut through like what is really, to me, a very noisy and loud world, especially social media. Everyone is screaming and everyone is like boom and loud. I mean, it maybe just because it doesn't match my energy, but I guess I was just trying to find my own vibration in the space.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, for me, one of the questions that, I mean, it's not included here, one of the questions that I personally wanted to ask you is that, like, is like, to you, is music a very cathartic experience? Like, do you write music because you feel like you want to, or do you write music because you feel like you need to? But I feel that somehow you've more or less answered that question.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess so. But it's a bit of both as well,
Yeah.
right? It's like one thing that helped me back a lot from creative spaces was the idea that some people are just born for it. Like, you know, some people are super talented, and if I can't like naturally like write out a song, I'm not talented in music, and that's a lie.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone is creative and everyone can write a song, and everything in life is learned. Everything is learned behavior. So even if you're the kind of person that feels like, you know, I'm not naturally like vomiting melodies, but you really want to write a song, then write a damn song, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Just keep working on it.
Yeah, I feel that talent is such a, like, people think it's a very tangible thing, but it's really not.
And
It's
hard work beats talent every
hard work
time.
beats talent. Exactly. So like, sorry. So like, you have a lot of talent, obviously, as a songwriter,
Thank you.
as a singer, as a performer, as a radio voice.
Hey, no one's ever said that to me before.
But I'm hearing it,
I'm
so
more of like
I'm
sitting in a
qualified.
market,
I'm
you know,
qualified.
let's go get a beer.
Can't see it on it. No,
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Haven't been in school for a while.
Yeah. Same up to today.
0.0% Heineken beer. That's what I
you
meant.
just gave them an advertisement.
That's what I meant, guys. Come on.
How much do you get paid for that? Just that one
They
line.
should, right?
Yeah, they just transfer you money right now.
Suddenly I get a pay la, like, ding. Like,
$12. You get yourself a 0.0%, you know? But anyway,
hi.
what was it like producing your own tracks?
Oh, very liberating. Even just things like sometimes, you know, like something is off, and then you can't tell someone, like, and then they keep fixing it and you're like, it's not right. And then after a while they get annoyed with you. Whereas like if you just learn how to do it yourself, you can be like, hey, give me that. Let me get it done. And it was great. I think like it kind of just opened up my ability of like expressing and exploring ideas and emotion. Like, I mean, a lot of what you hear, especially in Tears and Let Me Be, it was me trying to make it sound exactly like how it feels to me. And a lot of that it feels like being underwater, so there's like a lot of water sounds or like rain sounds in the tracks if you actually listen to it. There's even a bus sound on Aisling sound on Tears.
Oh really?
Yeah, so there's sounds of cars passing by, and there's like a dee.
So it's perfect sad bus alone home.
Yeah, because
music.
that was I mean for me it was a cab lah, sorry. But that was like
I got no money.
the first feeling of like when I kind of wanted to write Tears, and it was like super like lame. I was like leaving the studio and it was raining, and I was in the cab and I was watching the rain come down the windshield. But then I thought about it. It felt like, you know how water is just constantly recycled, right? And technically, I mean, if you believe in that pseudoscience of that, there's crystals and energy within water. Every time we cry, like, I mean, they did it, they kind of froze tears, and you see like tears of sadness and tears of joy form different kinds of crystals. And then I was looking at the rain, I'm like thinking like how much of this rain is made from tears, like someone's tears.
Ooh.
You know, and like technically if those pain and those tears are recycled and they constantly fall down on us, and we as souls, I mean, I kind of believe are also recycled, then there is an interconnectivity between us and everything else in the world. And that means that you have to care for like the environment, and you have to care for your friends, because we are all one and the same. And that was the impetus for Tears.
Okay, let's all take a bit of time to internalize that. All right. So,
basically, be nice to your friends and be nice to the world.
Yeah. Be nice to people. Be nice.
Yeah,
Just be nice.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Like if you want to be treated well, treat other people well.
Beautiful.
I guess that's what religion's always been trying to say. Just been trying to run away from it for a long time.
It's a quick summary of everything.
nice.
Just be nice.
Yeah.
Be nice. So back to music production. Are you gonna keep producing your own music? Like after you've done it this time, are you just like, you know what? I'm gonna do it all by myself.
Okay, maybe not all by myself.
Maybe not all by yourself.
Honestly, no music online is done by one person anymore. And I think that's a very beautiful aspect of it, because it encourages a lot of collaboration.
Yep.
And I really, really, really enjoy working with people who are close to me. Especially on these few tracks, it was like Ritz and Jason from Homeground Studios, and honestly the two of them, they really had my back, man. Like, I would go back in again and again. I'm like, can we do another mix? Can we do another mix? Can we do another mix? And to rush out Let Me Be for the 10th, he literally spent like 4 days on call, like, because I was in LA, and he would like stay up till 4 a.m. to wait for my notes so that he could rush this out. And I'm like, that kind of commitment, man, like that makes me want to do music, you know, like, because I mean, I don't think we're meant to be like independent creatures. as much as like we have to spend time alone, I love being able to share in that. But your question was, am I going to continue doing production myself? And the answer is yes. My dream right now is to like build a studio in a van and just like do
Oh my
music.
god, that's so cool.
I know, right?
Wow.
I need to go now.
we can get you. No, I'm saying we don't have budget,
Yeah.
but you know, it's one of the things that we were gonna do.
Here's how looking for sponsors.
Yeah, so if you have a van that you want to,
Anybody want me
I
to
want to
drive
say
a
something
van
about
around
that.
and like take people?
one last thing about music production.
Okay.
In Radio Heatwave, we actually have a lot of people who are interested in music production,
Yeah.
who produce their own music. One of them is actually sitting outside right now, but he's really not paying attention to anything that I'm saying. No, as in the one that's outside. Yeah, I'm sorry, but he's not paying attention. But if he was paying attention, you want to give him some advice about music production? Because I'm also interested in it to some extent.
Honestly, you're probably better than me, so I don't think I have much to say. But like even for Ritz, he just started music production, and what I love is his ability to kind of capture emotion. And he spent so like can I talk a little bit about maybe one of the songs?
Sure, no problem.
Like Let Me Be, right? We were stuck on it for a long time, and I didn't know what to do from the bridge to the end. I'm like, something is missing. And then those few days, which really was like just like a month ago, I was spiraling a little bit. And even when I was talking to my creative director, I was like, I keep writing these things, but they always end up like in a spiral. And she's like, yeah, it's nice, but I can hear your depression. Like maybe try and make it a bit like more positive. And I was like, oh my god, like how? But then after that, like, and then I sat on the couch and I was just spiraling, and then Rich like went off on his own to just start doing stuff, and then he pulled like a sample beat from the internet that you hear on like the bridge onwards. It goes like, okay, anyway, but he started playing it, and then it totally changed the energy of the song, because it really started to be this like contrasting beat to what we had already been doing. And he was like, yeah, you said spiral, so I thought like let's make the whole song spiral from here. So that's how it felt. Like after that, you feel like from the bridge onwards, it really starts to like just like everything gets a bit messy. Yeah, but that's what's so fun about doing music with someone else, and like his ability to say, okay, if this feels like spiraling, then I'm gonna make it spiral, because that's what the song wants in the first place. So we just did like an artist presentation for Yao, who's a really
He's
great
been here?
artist. Yeah, and so we did it at my space called 21 Moonstone, and Jason, who worked on my stuff, also worked with Yao. And there's this one song where he says like, you at the point of where you're trying to confess to someone, your heart kind of like skips a beat, right? So right before like the part where he confesses, they made the beat skip. Yeah, like, and that's the kind of fun things that make me excited about production.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're interested in production, don't just focus on like making like I don't know. I mean, you can make a banger if you want, but
like an EDM hit.
yeah, but if you put a bit of yourself into it, I feel like it really does give the song that
I like it when producers explain things.
their process, right?
Yeah, when they're like that, it's like, yeah, how your heart like skips a beat, so we made the song skip a beat. Everyone's like, wow, beautiful. Or it's like, oh, from here on we're gonna let the song spiral.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, wow. It's little things like that. Like as someone who is interested in music production, it's like I need to reach that level.
Slowly,
Narelle King level.
It's a process, man. I just started.
I haven't started, but this is completely unplanned, by the way.
Okay.
But I actually queued Let Me Be to be after this talk set.
Oh, nice.
So we're gonna take a short break and listen to Let Me Be, and just enjoy your
Spiral
music
together.
and spiral together.
Okay.
So you're listening to me, Aiden, on Radio Heatwave, and up next we have the beautiful Narelle with Let Me Be. That was Ariana Grande with Problem featuring Iggy Azalea, only on the hottest thing on campus. You're on Radio Heatwave with me, Aiden, and the beautiful
Aiden.
Oh my god, I'm blushing.
Ayo.
Ayo.
Hello.
Yeah, we have Narelle King in the studio.
Hi.
Oh, she's just sniffing. There's no context to anyone who's tuning in right now. They're just like, oh my god, superstar.
The Mao.
All right, so this is another question, but
Okay,
in case it wasn't
cool.
obvious by the pause, the pause for dramatic effect. Yeah, we heard that a music video may be dropping soon.
Oh, who told you one?
Who told me one? I don't know. But what can we expect from that?
Well, I mean, the plan is to actually do quite a lot of visual content for these few tracks, so you can expect that. Yes,
All right,
it is
all right.
happening.
Very, very secretive, you know?
I never ever know like how much I'm
Yeah,
allowed to
exactly.
say,
I
but
get where you're coming from.
I'm not like a marketing kind of person, you know,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, you can use this to tease that. But
Yeah.
I mean, we've been working really hard to try and
They're both staring at you.
create a lot of content, and I guess like content that I feel, well, I mean, it depends on what I want to put out for each song, and also I want to do more kind of content surrounding this, and I guess just more projects on things like mental health, especially now with this. So honestly, I'm looking out for people that want to do stuff as well. So if you know anyone who wants to shoot a project or is really, I don't know, hit me up. I'm down to collaborate.
I mean, the majority of the people in this room are from film, sound, and video,
Hey.
so you came to the right place. But moving on, since part 2 is part of a music project, what else can we expect from the project? Is there gonna be a part 3?
Yeah, there's going to be a part 3.
Part 4?
No,
Oh man.
last one, part 3.
So it's like a trilogy.
Yeah, it's legit. Best things come in 3s,
Oh, really?
apparently.
No wonder I'm the first child. Anyway. Is there a rough estimate from when we can expect the rest of this project to drop?
Well, part 2 was supposed to drop in June, so you know.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah,
rough estimate.
Yeah,
so.
but as in, I don't know. I'm hoping to get it out by January.
January.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Actually, no, maybe March.
Okay, so June.
I don't know. Tim
July,
is
August,
laughing
September,
now.
October. So January, February, March, April, May. It's coming out.
Actually,
in
May is not bad though. That's not a bad estimate.
I mean,
Between
we'll-
January to May.
We'll be excited for it nonetheless.
Thank
as long as you
you.
send us your stuff.
It'll be more fun, I promise. The last part is the fun.
The last part is the fun
Yeah.
part. Good things come in threes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna come back
Because
here
you're
for another
angry, then
interview.
you said, then you're like,
That's true.
okay,
That
let's
is
move
true.
on.
I graduate in May, by the way. So you
Oh,
need, if
great.
you want to see me again, you need to release your EP before
Okay.
May. So, that
So if I don't want to see you again, then
if you
come
don't want to see me
after
again, you release it in December when I'm in NS.
Okay.
See, it's a win-win situation.
Gotcha.
All right. So unfortunately,
Bye bye.
my projected time is coming very soon. So
Okay.
I'm sorry to everyone in this room for talking a bit too much. It was also Narelle's fault, to be fair.
Yeah.
So
I
unfortunately,
take ownership for my mistakes. It's fine. I don't need to blame
you
other
make
people.
that a liner. I take ownership for my mistakes. Thank you. But yeah, unfortunately, we've come to the end of this interview.
Thanks for hanging out, man.
No problem. I have to go back to class soon. I think that's the saddest part. I mean, I also have to say bye to you. You know what? Yeah, okay, fine. Saying bye to you is the saddest part. Goodbyes are sad. Yeah.
Lamau.
So you've been tuning in to me, Aiden, and Narelle. Her new EP is out now on all major music platforms. Am I right?
Yes.
You
Correct.
want to reiterate the major music platforms?
Yes. Spotify,
Okay.
Apple,
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that all? Okay. Well
I
done.
think. I don't know. There's other stuff, but I
Is
don't
there
know if
other
it's
stuff?
out on anything else. Deezer,
Deezer.
KK Box,
KK.
Jokes. Maybe I don't know.
All right. So thank you so much for coming down and hanging out. For now, unfortunately, we have to say bye bye.
Bye bye.
So bye bye.
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 Bye bye.
You're gonna get out of my head.
Bye.
You get it?
Now I'm gone.
Next,
Now I'm
we
gone.
have Out of My Head by Narelle, only on the hottest thing on campus. You're listening to Radio Heatwave.